4 reasons Uncle Howdy ambushed Solo Sikoa on SmackDown, and WWE Universe is losing its mind. He didn't just strike. He sent a message. That's the vibe after Uncle Howdy destroyed Solo Sikoa in the post-match ambush on SmackDown. Here are the 4 big reasons being floated for the hit, and why it matters more than just cheap shock value. The show ended with Howdy creeping in from the shadows, blindsiding Solo with a sister Abigail after Solo survived the match, leaving the crowd reeling. It's a direct hit to Solo's confidence and aura, sending the message that title belts or wins don't make you untouchable. With how the dust settled, Wyatt 6 surrounding the ring and Howdy doing the dirty work, it looks like WWE is revving up for a clash between factions, Wyatt's versus MFD. Cage-side seats, for pro wrestling fans. This ambush likely signals the start of a major storyline, not just a random beatdown. Undermining Solo's momentum ahead of big event. Solo just walked out of a Survivor Series style match as the sole survivor. But WWE didn't let him bask in that glory. Instead, they cold-cocked him when he was most vulnerable. That kind of booking, pulling the rug out from under someone, plants seeds of doubt about whether WWE really believes in him as a long-term star. Bringing back Howdy and the Wyatt 6 with a surprise attack, complete with Lights Out, Sister Abigail, Chaos, gives WWE horror faction energy they've built around these characters. For fans craving unpredictability and big scary moments, this hits hard. And for a faction that relies on fear, mystery, and shock, it sets the tone. Solo's security just got shaken. Even after winning, he's now vulnerable. That imbalance between win and threat could make his next matches tense, psychological. Wyatt 6 versus MFD feud likely heating up. With this attack, we might be heading to a full-blown faction war. If built well, this could be a major angle for the coming months. Fans get jittery, hype returns, surprise attacks always reignite buzz. People will tune in just to see if Solo fights back, or if Howdy and Wyatt 6 go full horror faction mode. Booking gamble could backfire or blow up big. If WWE handles it right, this sets up a long-term feud with stakes. If not, fans might call it a cheap shock with no payoff. Drama alert, claims that Rhea Ripley couldn't keep her hands off a WWE superstar. Now the rumors explode. Rhea Ripley has been hit with major claims. She couldn't keep her hands off a fellow WWE superstar. What does that mean in WWE terms? The article hints at some kind of off-script involvement, maybe behind-the-scenes flirting, backstage drama, or something more personal than just promos. These are serious allegations, and if there's any truth, this could shake up locker room dynamics. A top woman on the roster, up-and-coming talent, and whispers behind the curtain. For a company like WWE, where image, politics, and locker room respect matter, this could trigger tension, trust issues, maybe even friction between factions. If wrestlers start believing anyone could be involved in off-script drama, alliances break down. People get cautious. That affects everything: teamwork, promos, match chemistry. WWE might pivot storylines to either hinder or protect Ripley's status, or even use this drama on screen. Could be a heel turn, a redemption arc, or a messy fallout storyline. Fan and locker room reaction, mixed waters ahead. Some fans may defend Rhea, she's being targeted. Others might turn skeptical. Wrestlers backstage might also be divided. That drama can spill into real tension or fuel new on-screen heat. John Cena admits he was bawling his eyes out after reading former women's champ's memoir, and fans are losing it. John Cena revealed that after reading a memoir from a former 2-time women's champion, a book given to him by a fellow WWE star, he broke down reading it. He described the experience as bawling my eyes out. The book, packed with raw stories, both personal and professional, apparently hit Cena hard, reminding him of what the struggle behind the scenes really looks like. The memoir in question was gifted to Cena by the women's division star after a training session at the dungeon. She said she just wanted to show gratitude and share her story with someone she respected. Cena's response, that he read the whole thing that very night and was emotionally moved, shows that even a hardened veteran can be stripped bare by truth and human experience. For Cena, a man who's wrestled legends, headlined WrestleManias, and carried WWE for decades, this reaction underlines that behind the spotlight, wrestling careers often come with pain, sacrifice, and resilience. Him admitting that publicly? That alone shifts how fans see both him and the hardships wrestlers endure. Cena crying over a memoir humanizes him. It shows that even icons carry empathy, respect, and emotion. That makes him more relatable. Shining a spotlight on women's stories. That the memoir was by a former women's champion gives credibility and attention to women in wrestling. It reminds fans that their stories matter. Legacy value for the memoir/book. With Cena reacting so strongly, the memoir itself, and whoever wrote it, gains publicity. Fans might check it out, share it, giving more voice to the author. Potential ripple effect backstage. Other wrestlers might start trusting that speaking out, or writing their stories, can lead to respect. That could encourage more openness about struggles, mental health, sacrifice. How The Miz shockingly slipped back into the last time is now tournament, by scamming Nick Aldis. The Miz was already eliminated from the last time is now tournament, but he didn't accept it. On the November 28, 2025 episode of WWE SmackDown, he pulled off a sneaky move backstage, while GM Nick Aldis was distracted during the tournament entry selection. Thanks to a well-timed interruption by R-Truth, Miz swapped the name Chid in the hopper so that his own name ended up being drawn, giving him a second chance at the tourney. It was classic Miz, underhanded, opportunistic, and willing to bend the rules to stay relevant. Suddenly he's back in the mix, even though logically he should have been gone. That catches both fans and the locker room off guard, which makes it pure wrestling drama. But of course, karma. When Miz finally stepped into the ring again, he faced LA Knight and got smoked. Knight put him away clean with the BFD, ending Miz's second chance, and proving that sometimes cheats get burned. This move keeps Miz on TV, keeps people talking, and technically he earned a spot, albeit by shady means. It shows that even eliminated guys can scramble back in if they're crafty enough. Add spicy backstage politics flavor. If GM Nick Aldis can be tricked, it sets up distrust. Are future random draws even legit? Fans and wrestlers might question how real tournament entries truly are. Gives LA Knight a clean win while spotlighting the tournament chaos. Knight's victory over Miz is more credible now. He beat a returning scheming veteran, which boosts his heat and gives the tournament credibility. Does John Cena really break bones on purpose? Former star says he injured WWE wrestler intentionally to send a message. WWE wrestler claims John Cena deliberately injured another WWE talent, not by accident, but on purpose, as a receipt for past grievances. The story dates back to a segment when Cena was feuding with the Nexus. In that run, the ex-wrestler recalled a spot involving a steel chair where Cena, allegedly frustrated or angry, delivered chair shots with real intent. One wrestler, Michael Tarver, reportedly suffered a legitimate elbow fracture as a result. The former star claimed Cena was muttering under his breath about giving receipts, implying this was payback for earlier tensions. Tarver was supposed to take a safe, scripted chair shot. Instead, Cena gave a stiff shot, so stiff it wasn't just storyline pain, it crossed into real injury. Others in the ring that night realized Cena acted differently. This was allegedly a conscious decision, not a protective call. The claim has resurfaced now, thanks to an interview that alleges Cena used that moment to send a message, showing that even in performance-driven WWE, personal grudges can lead to real consequences. Wrestling is known for being fake, but real injuries happen. If a top star is intentionally causing harm, that undermines trust, locker room morale, and safety concerns. If a high-profile star can send receipts, that sends a chilling message, mistakes or dissent might get punished, and not just in storyline. Ethics and accountability at play. Fans and insiders alike could demand transparency. Was this a storyline gone wrong, or something darker behind the scenes? Fans might start rewatching old Nexus era matches. Was this alleged receipt isolated or part of a pattern? Could there be more controversial incidents buried in WWE history? What do you think? If you like this video, so don't forget to subscribe this channel.